Good evening, I'm Jack Criss, and welcome to the new edition of Greater Jackson Business Beat, the only locally produced TV show which covers metro area businesses. Tonight we're at Lumpkin's Barbecue in South Jackson, one of our fine restaurants in town. We'll also be speaking with Mark Chin in the show tonight. Mark is a very prominent local Jackson attorney. Then we go to Belhaven University to speak with Dr. Roger Parrott, author and president of Belhaven University. So stay tuned, we'll be back in just a moment. And we are back on the Greater Jackson Business Beat show, and as promised, we're in South Jackson, my old stomping grounds, by the way. I was born and raised in South Jackson. I can look out the window here on Raymond Road and just have these great, wonderful flashbacks of my youth. But the wonderful thing about where we are now is the present location, the wonderful restaurant that's housed here on Raymond Road. It's Lumpkin's Barbecue, and we're joined tonight with Miss Monique Davis, who is one of the co-owners, along with her husband Melvin, of Lumpkin's Barbecue. And excuse me for getting sentimental, Monique, but I always do when I come down here. Thanks for being on the show.
We love to have you, and we'd like to get more sentimental people here.
Well, as long as they come and buy food.
Oh, definitely buy food.
You don't want them to get so choked up where they can't eat. And look at this spread. In fact, it's hard to conduct. It's going to be hard to conduct this interview with the great food we have here. Now, you know, I was just talking to you and Melvin before we went on the air, Monique, and there's been a buzz about Lumpkin's Barbecue. Everybody seems to know it. I mean, not only by word of mouth because of the good food, but because of your Facebook presence, what you're doing in the community. Kind of explain to us the concept of Lumpkin's, because really I think it's more than a restaurant, it is a concept.
Well, Lumpkin's is my maiden name. It's a family institution. My father was from St. Louis, and our barbecue is a kind of a combination of Western and Kansas City influences. I grew up in the restaurant business, which is one reason I told my husband that he was crazy to do it, but here we are. We decided that we wanted to build in a community. Well, let me backtrack. We're originally from Washington, D.C., and the barriers to entry and the capital required to make a business successful in D.C., we did not have the resources, and we wanted to start over in a family-friendly place because we do have a large family.
How many children?
We have 6.
Gee.
From 14 to 4. And so we wanted the slower pace of life. We wanted someplace warmer. And so that we decided to move to Jackson, Mississippi. My husband has deep family roots here. And since we knew the restaurant business, we decided to do that. And we stumbled upon this location, and we said it's right in the center of the city. It has access to 2 major interstates, right. And we just thought it would be an excellent place. We did not know necessarily the perception of this part of the city when we moved here. That was an education. But we decided that we wanted to help revitalize, and we wanted to make a contribution back to Jackson, and this was our contribution. Now, it's hard being the first, and we don't want to be the first. You know, we don't want to be the first because we've seen other businesses not do so well around us, but we are hoping that by scheduling events here and by contributing to the community and letting people know that we're making an investment and we are here to help all of us prosper, that people will respond to that at a gut level and that they'll come support us and we in turn support them.
Well, see, you use the word contribution twice. I think most people, especially maybe in the restaurant business, open up to make a profit. Mm-hmm. Like any business, you have to be profitable. But I think what distinguishes you all is the fact that you are so community-oriented. And South Jackson has taken it on the chin. I mean, let's face it, it has. And there is that perception. Is that perception wrong that people have about South Jackson, that it's economically dead, it's not safe, you know, whatever you hear? Obviously, you don't believe that.
Oh, no, I definitely don't believe it. I mean, I think that, of course, the real estate crisis has hit South Jackson a little harder than it's hit other parts of the city, and it is not getting the attention it deserves. I believe that Jackson won't be whole until all of Jackson's whole, and why I love other parts of the city, and I go to other parts of the city. There's just so much untapped resources here and affordable vacant space. I mean, I could envision Soho here. That's what I nicknamed South Jackson anyway, Soja. to try to start the grassroots movement to create public art space here. And fortunately, JCDC has taken on redeveloping the Coca-Cola plant.
Yes, that's right.
So they're going on Highway 80, right?
80, rather, yeah. Yeah.
And they're going to talk about microbreweries and green space and some public use space. So we're really excited about that, and we're involved in that. But I just think it's a jewel here, and people just need to see it as a challenge instead of an obstacle.
Well, and look, we appreciate that, and everyone who knows you appreciate what you want to do to the community, for the community. But what about the food? I mean, let's talk about the food.
The food is excellent, of course.
No one would care if you didn't have good food. I mean,
well, that's true.
I mean,
you have to have a product. You have to have a good product.
So, all right, is it brisket you're best known for? Is it barbecue, fried chicken? What is it that makes Lumpkins everybody's new favorite?
Well, I would say that it's definitely the smoked meats. That is our specialty. The brisket is the way that we have established a brand for ourselves, because nobody does brisket in Jackson, Mississippi. Pork is king in the South, and so brisket is a unique product, and that is our barrier into people's mouths. I mean, we want to get people to taste it, and like I said, once people try our product, we have them, but it's just getting them to try it. That has been the issue. That has been our issue. But the brisket and the ribs, and we do smoked chicken. I mean, we can do anything, but we pride ourselves on our smoked meats.
And of course now also you've got the live music. When we came in today to set up, when Randy and I came in, Jesse Robinson was playing. You've got a lot of local business, musicians playing. Sherman Dillon's here eating today. So talk about that. When did you all start introducing live music to the lunch menu, I guess you could say?
Well, we started off with a blues night, and we did that every Tuesday. Then that just wore Melvin and I out. People really like live music at lunch, and Jackson has a wealth of local musicians. I mean, I couldn't ask for more fertile ground for local talent.
Very eclectic.
And very eclectic, right.
Yeah.
Because we have kind of rock on Tuesday, then we have bluegrass on Wednesday, then Jesse's on Thursday. We're going to get a cellist maybe for Sunday, because we have some ties to the Mississippi Orchestra. So we just want to make it like a meeting place, some place that you can't say, oh, I just can't wait to see what's happening next, and get the best barbecue in Jackson.
You know, this is, Randy, look at this. Man, I tell you, and see, we ate before we went on there, thank goodness, because this is really tempting me. Monique Davis, Lumpkin's Barbecue, you know, for all you do for South Jackson, I mean, where I grew up and where people are coming back, I think you and Melvin have almost single-handedly brought attention back to this area. I really believe that. You may not say that.
Well, I would not say that.
You may be too modest, but I'm going to say it.
I would not say that, but thank you, Jack. And thank you for noticing.
Well, and for the great food, the great community, the soul this place has, thanks. It's Lumpkin's Barbecue. All right, exact location, telephone number, how can people get in touch with Lumpkins? We're
at 182 Raymond Road in South Jackson, near the intersection of Raymond and Terry, and our phone is 601-373-7707, and we have our web presence, www.lumpkinsbarbecue.com, and you can also see me on Facebook, and I tweet, and I've got a fan page, and we're on Urban Spoon, and you know, we're all over the place.
You can find her if
you can find me. If you want to find me, you can find me.
It's Monique Davis of Lumpkins. Monique, we love you and Melvin. We love the restaurant.
Oh, thank you so much,
Thanks
Jack.
for being on the show.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
When we return on Greater Jackson Business Beat, we'll be speaking with noted family law attorney Mark Chen. Stay with us.